Number 1, Zeus was a serial shapeshifter, and Olympus HR would have had a nightmare. First up, the classic swan. He wasn't there to deliver a love letter, he was the love letter. Talk about a bird-brained move. Next, the charming bull. Nothing says date like transforming into livestock and abducting a princess. Classic Zeus. And the most creative, a shower of gold. Because what woman wouldn't be swept off her feet by a literal golden shower? Gross. Was Zeus a romantic or a cosmic level creep? You decide. Follow for more ancient gossip. Number 2. Thor once blessed as a bride. That's right. The god of thunder's hammer, Mjolnir, was stolen by the giant Thrym, and he wanted it back. Badly. So, Loki, the god of mischief, hatched a plan. A terrible, brilliant, awful plan. The plan? To have Thor pose of the giant's bride and snatch the hammer back during the wedding feast. What could go wrong? At the feast, the bride's appetite was impressive. But Loki saved the day, claiming it was just nerves before the wedding night. When the hammer was within reach, surprise, the god of thunder was back, and he was not in a good mood. Number 3, Medusa wasn't born a monster. Nope. Originally, she was just a gorgeous priestess of Athena, living her best immortal life. Until Poseidon, the original nice guy, decided to, hook up in Athena's sacred temple. Athena was furious, but instead of punishing the actual god who did the crime, she punished Medusa. Poof! Instant monster. Cursed to turn anyone who looked at her to stone. Talk about victim blaming. Remember, the real story isn't about a monster, it's about a survivor. And that's the titty. You think Norse mythology is all epic battles and serious gods? Think again. Number 4. Loki gave birth to a horse. Here's the thing. Loki made a bet he couldn't fulfill, so he had to distract a giant super horse to save the gods' hides. So, like any good trickster, he shapeshifted into a beautiful mare and, well, you know. And 9 months later, surprise, he gave birth to an 8-legged horse named Sleipnir, the fastest steed in all the realms, who went on to become Odin's prized steed. So yeah, Odin's horse is his brother-in-law. Mythology is weird. Number 5. Hades wasn't actually evil. He got stuck with the underworld like it was the worst roommate assignment ever. His brothers got all the cool realms. His job was more like a strict landlord than a devil. Sure, the place had a lousy location, but the lease was pretty straightforward. It was actually pretty fair. He enforced the rules, but he didn't make them. He was just the guy holding the clipboard. So yeah, Hades was just a misunderstood CEO running a family business. The underworld? It's that terrible PR. You're not gonna believe this one. I didn't believe this one. I had to check 3 different sources for this one. Number 6. Dionysus was born twice. First, the conventional way. His mom was a human princess, and his dad was Zeus, the king of the gods. Classic meet-cute. But Zeus's wife, Hera, was not a fan. She tricked the mom into asking to see Zeus's full power. Big mistake. A mortal can't handle a full blast of godly power. So, in a tragic turn, mom's gone and baby Dionysus is left. So what does an all-powerful father do? He sticks the baby in his thigh. Yes, his thigh. And a little while later, Dionysus is reborn, fully grown, ready to party. And now twice as divine. Next time you're at a party, you can say you're having a fly-born good turn. Thank me later. Number 7. Giants weren't always huge. Yeah, in Greek myth, the term giant was more like a VIP status for humans with divine dads, not a height requirement. Think of it as the ancient Greek version of having a celebrity parent, just with more lightning and less nepotism. The gods were just scared these powerful humans might try to overthrow them. Classic divine insecurities. Next time you picture a giant, don't assume. They might just be a really strong guy with a god complex. Literally. Number 8. The Minotaur wasn't evil by default. It was the result of a divine curse. You see, King Ninos refused to sacrifice a beautiful bull to the god Poseidon. Big mistake. As punishment, Poseidon made the king's wife, Pasiphae, fall madly in love with the beast. The result was the Minotaur, a poor kid with the body of a man and the head of a bull. Instead of getting him therapy, King Minos locked him in a giant, confusing maze called the Labyrinth. To make things worse, every few years, Athens was forced to send him human sacrifices to keep him fed. But was he a monster, or just a cursed individual who really needed a good therapist? Let's discuss. Think your self-care routine is intense? Let's take it back about 1,000 years. Number 9. Odin, old father of the Norse gods, wanted wisdom, like really wanted it, so he did what any of us would do. He marched to Mimir's well and sacrificed his eye for a drink of wisdom. Talk about an extreme juice cleanse. But Odin's self-improvement journey wasn't over. He then hung himself on the world tree for 9 days and 9 nights, wounded by his own spear, to gain knowledge of the rooms. Self-care looked different back then. At number 10, Hera once tried to overthrow Zeus. The queen of the gods staged a full coup with the other Olympians. No more king of the cosmos, they said. It'll be easy, they said. They managed to trap him, which is no small feat. For a brief, glorious moment, it looked like mission accomplished. But Zeus was not forgiving. In fact, he was pissed. As punishment, he hung his wife from the sky. For Hera, it was a real hanging offense. The other gods got off with a stern warning and eternal trauma. Moral of the story: don't mess with the king of the gods, or his throne, or his thunder. Just don't mess with him. Number 11. Aphrodite was married to Hephaestus, the goddess of love, married to the god of blacksmiths. Let's just say, it was not a match made in heaven or on Olympus. Their marriage was basically a divine version of I'm not mad, just disappointed. Hephaestus was loyal, but Aphrodite had other interests. But Hephaestus wasn't just a master of metal, he was a master of payback. He crafted the ultimate home security system, and boomed. He caught them red-handed. The ultimate divine public embarrassment ensued. So, the next time you're complaining about your dating life, just be glad you're not a goddess married to a blacksmith. Ancient Greece. 1. Modern dating. 0. Number 12. Hercules didn't finish his labors alone. Shh! It's the ancient Greek cover-up they don't want you to know about. Take the whole fetch the golden apples of the Hesperides things. He basically outsourced that one to that was. Take me, Wolbus. KVX. And don't even get me started on the Hydra. Without Athena handing him the cheat code, he'd still be there, playing whack-a-mole with snakeheads. He even had a centaur help him clean the filthiest stables in the world. Turns out that real labor was getting good health. So, what is Hercules a solo hero? Nah. He was the original ask for health advocate, ancient Greece's biggest group project. What's your favorite mythological lie? Let you know. There were 13 Garth could think incredibly penny. My started 10-year petty. The running of Pelier and feeders. It was the events of essentially for the Gapablest was the most who of the great pantheon. But one god is not left out of the list. And Eris, the goddess of strife and of cold. That was the item. Fearing the salty, Erin's crashed the party and threw her Apollocata's core into the prank. It was his emple labeled for the fairest. Chew the divine cat fight. Adara, Athena, and Aphrodite, Fault Crane, the apple was theirs, causing a shield scene. Tersanalist, it took the mortal land aimed Paris to judge who was the fairest. And it was just trying to tend to his sheep for Zeus' sake. It took Aphrodite, who promised her the most beautiful woman in the world. Good problem. He was already married. You were Greek king, and that, folks, is how the Trojan War started. All because one god didn't get a prosklon. Patty, I'd say so. What if I told you everything you thought you knew about mythological monsters? Was a total lie. Number 14. Monsters often guarded knowledge. Take the Sphinx, for example. It wasn't just a big scary statue with a cat's body and a human head. It was about with the Sigue Thieves. You had to solve its riddle. No exceptions. Get it right, and you gained wisdom and atchery. Get it wrong, well, it's just a day the job had high turnover. Stone Mythology, and monsters were just the bad guys. They were the ultimate gatekeepers of Britain. Number 15. There were myths about the end of myths. Yes, some cultures believed that belief itself would just fade away. And here's the kicker. The gods knew it. Imagine your entire job security is based on people believing in you. Talk about an existential crisis. Oh no, they're not believing in the Great Flood anymore. Should I update my resume? So they had their own apocalypse scenario. Not a bang, but a whimper. Followed by awkward small talk at the cosmic farewell party. Ultimate myth. The myth that myths would last forever. Kinda makes you want to believe in something, huh?